Hello, welcome to Kevlar's Quest, the Morning Life podcast. I'm Kevin Ijezi. Today's quest is the real deal about staying home with kids. The real deal about staying home with kids. Men and women have been arguing for decades about who should stay home with the kids. Conservative men push for the traditional wives. Women who bake pies, raise babies, and keep the home. They say it's a sweet deal. No commute, no bus, just the joy of motherhood. On the other side, modern women promote the idea of stay-at-home dads, men who can clean, cook, and share the housework. They say it's sexy, progressive, and fair. So who is right? Now here's the thing. People's actions reveal more than their words. If staying home with kids was really such a great deal, both men and women will be fighting for the chance to do it. But they are not. Instead, each side is trying to convince the other to take the role. That tells us something important. Neither men nor women actually find staying at home all that appealing. Why? Because raising kids is hard. The first year is exhausting, sure. But that's not the part we are talking about. We are talking about the years after, when parents are expected to return to work, but someone still has to care for the children. And the two biggest challenges of staying at home are boredom and isolation. Yes, babies can be adorable. Here and there, a giggle during maybe hide and seek, they do peekaboo. Play can melt your heart, but most of the time, caring for kids is repetitive. They want the same songs, the same movies, the same stories over and over again. And that's how they learn. But for adults, it's not exactly stimulating. Spending day after day with toddlers can feel draining, not fulfilling. That's why so many parents turn to daycare early. It's not just about work, it's about escaping monotony. But there's isolation also. In the past, women had more children earlier and they shared childcare with friends and family. Motherhood was a social experience. You weren't alone. Today, women often socialize at work. Staying home means losing that connection. And why father has become crucial as kids grow older. In the early years, babies need their mothers most. That makes the mother's role even more isolating. So why did women once embrace motherhood so readily? Because other women did. That is the answer. It made them to know that they had something in common. Women wanted what other women wanted. In the 1950s, becoming a wife and mother was the norm, and it wasn't lonely because your friends were mothers too. Today, that's not the case. Work has become the social hub, which is one reason women resist staying at home. Here is the bigger picture. For too long, we have idolized work as the ultimate path to independence. But let's be honest. Most women today depend on their employers as much as their grandmothers depended on their husbands. That's not exactly freedom. So what's the truth? Staying home has pros and cons. Working has pros and cons. Neither is paradise, neither is prison. It depends on the lived experience. The real question isn't whether one side is doing the other a favor. If staying home was truly the better deal, people would be rushing to do it, but they are not. So maybe it's time to stop pretending. Raising kids is hard. Working is hard. Both have benefits. Both have drawbacks. The challenge is to make decisions based on reality, not on romanticized ideals that many people feel that should be what it should be. It doesn't match with the reality of today. So whether you choose to be a stay-at-home person or a person that works, neither person should be criticized for that, because our grandmothers were able to depend, our ladies of the past were able to depend on their grandmothers. Now the ladies that we have are able to depend on their employer. So it's almost the same thing. So we should not romanticize ideals. The challenge is to make decisions based on reality, not on what it should be, but on the reality of what is on ground. Okay, that's our quest for today. Please subscribe, like, and share. Someone out there needs to hear this message. Maybe someone like you. Let's spread strength and clarity to those navigating this journey. We'll talk more in future episodes. Let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and take care.